Hello guys, welcome to another Blender tutorial series, and my name is Wade, and in this tutorial I will teach you uh, deeper about the interface, about all the stuffs here and teach all elementary and the very necessary buttons, actions, and I my Blender is 2.89b, and that's the latest version. And also we have Blender 2.8 EV version, but that's the demo version and it's not fully released. So uh, for till now, till it's released, this version will be considered the latest. And let's begin. Firstly, here you can see some kind of stuffs like new project, open recent projects, import, export, quit by rendering image, animation, playing rendered animations, duplicating windows, some or help here, and that's called the scene, and mostly here some rendering, three types: Blender render, Blender game, and cyclist render. Mostly we use cyclist render instead of Blender render because it's very realistic, and the main thing of like photorealism or animation, it's like the main thing, its source, it's light. And in Blender render it's light, it's not very like realistic, so mostly we use cyclist render. If you want to use Blender, that one will be used for Blender gaming. If you want to create games, you can use this, but for now we will use cyclist render. Okay, and now to here, if you move to here it's the main things that will mostly use that part. If you want to hide this part, press just let me to pressing N and start screencast display, and you can see what I am doing. By pressing T you can hide that one, and you can show this. By pressing N you can show or hide here. Firstly, let's begin by this part. Here we have different versions, like it's 3D view, and this part it's called like timeline view. You can see here, and this part is called outliner. That part is called properties. And if you want to go to like new image editor or node editor, timeline, it's like the same like this. Or you want to go like properties, it's the same like this, but here we use 3D view. Okay, and we have some like things like more used things like using camera. If here says if you press number 3 it will show left part, right part, back, front, bottom, top, camera view, and many things, and many of them you will not use mostly, and these parts are very mostly used. And if you press number 5 it will change perspective view to orthographic or orthographic to perspective. And like we will use playback animation, alt A button mostly used in select button. We will use mostly circle select, border select, the select, inverse, random, many things. If that's the same thing like adding some meshes, cures, objects, and doing some actions over that objects like joining here, or mirroring, transforming, like redoing, undoing, converting, moving, some of these. And here we have six types of objects, six types of modes, and mostly we use that one. Edit mode, in the edit mode you edit everything. In the sculpture mode you will create sculpturing that over that mesh, vertex paint, light paint. We will do this in the next tutorials. And here it's the view types. Mostly we use solid type, but we can use wireframe mostly. It shows all the only wireframes, not faces. And for button for doing this, it's the Z button. Changes it. And if you want to go to rendered view, it shows the rendered final view of the object like this, as you can see. Okay, something is wrong with my computer. Okay, if you press Shift Z, it will go to render view, and mostly that search, three of them will be used more in your future works. It will do this thing with the 3D cursor, and if you don't know the 3D cursor, it's that thing. If you press any of that part, it will change the place of 3D cursor, and that will do with this. And this is our this one is done with this. If you press, it will show or hide, and this is done by for mostly moving objects, like holding which side you want to move to. You can press and move this like this. If you want to rotate it, you will use that one. It's mostly used for rotating, like or like this. If you want to scale it, we will use this one, but mostly it's better to use this because rotating or scaling can be done by easy clicking only one or two more buttons. Just deleting and the use sphere, because I'm adding a use sphere because like many of things cannot be shown in the box mesh, so mostly I prefer to use that one. Here it shows shading. If you want to smooth it, you press smoothing button and it's like a ball. Or you want to see all faces, you press flat button. Flat button can be used for creating like tables, some kind of flat things. But if you want to create some balls, more shaded or shaded things, you press smooth button. Okay. Also, we have join button here. It will do like join several objects as a one object. And mostly in Blender there are three ways of doing all stops actions. And the first way is clicking buttons. If you knew buttons to all actions, or and and that will be very difficult for beginners. And also the second way is by pressing space button and writing the names. If you want to like scale the object, write scale, or you want to join it, write join, or smooth, you want to smooth it. You want to smooth, you write smoothly. Or the third way is here. Here it's done given, or here every actions that you will need. Here, if you want to duplicate it like this, or want to delete it, you can do all kind of stops here. And if you want to join, select two of them and press join, and they will be like one object. And if you want to dejoin or separate it, press go to edit mode. You can do this by pressing tab, or here you press edit mode, and you can see that if you press P button, or here you can see more of six. If you want to like uh, P separate by selection, if you want to separate by selections, or by material, or by loose parts, here you can see that I want to separate by loose parts, and it will do same things. Or if you go to edit mode and like choose like some of them, and if you want to separate this, press and separate by selection, and you can see that we have separated it by selection. Or you can rotate or scale, and for rotating we will use R button, or I don't want that box, or for scaling S button, or just pressing here. But if you want to like scale to Y direction, press S and Y. You can see that it will scale only to the Y. If you want press to X, it will scale to X or Z. And if you want to scale it to all sides except Z, press Shift Z and it will scale except Z, or Shift X except X, like here. And if you go to edit mode, here you can see more of things like shrinking, pushing, rotating, spinning, knife tool, bicep, screw, and we'll go to here first. And if you go to create, you can easily create everything here, and also pressing Shift A, like here, creating mesh, curve, surface, text, or lamp, camera, or here, everything you need: lamp, curve, mesh, text, speaker, camera, or even Artemis that I present you in the last tutorial. Or you can go to relations. It will mostly use for adding some kind of physics like this, and I'll teach you more about this later. If you want to go to use animation, physics button, or draw something like pencil, here you can do this. And let's introduce that N bar by pressing N. You can do this, and here you can change its location, like moving here, or by you can move everything by pressing G. If you want to move from x-axis, press X, y-axis, you should press GY, or GZ. Rotating, I've said you can do this like here, this, or scaling everything, or dimensions. Also, here another thing that I want to say you here, it's called that, but that thing is called the cursor, and by pressing to anywhere it will like change its location. And if you want to go to here to the center, you press Shift S and cursor to center. Or if you want to, like here you created some kind of object and you want to go get object to the center, firstly please Shift S, first cursor to center, and Shift S and the selection to cursor. Or you want to go here, Shift S, selection to cursor, it will change, or selection to, or cursor to center, and that's see. And I want to show you one thing here. Pressing by numpad 0, you will move to like to the camera view, and if you want to change its like the view, if you move, it's automatically exit from camera view. And if you want to stay here, press numpad 0 and just lock to camera view, and by moving you will not like get exit from that view. And if you want to exit, but only press any views like number 3, 4, like this, or just click again to here. Also we have here some things like the matcap. It's mostly used matcap if you want to, mostly used when you sculpture. You can see that that's like the white, and that will not show every detail like as we want. Press smooth, if it's smooth. So we want to change the texture of this, and press matcap and pressing here you can choose. Mostly that version is mostly used because it reflects to the light, and here you can change it to everything you want, and that's something very funny stuff. Also we have here background images. If you want to add, mostly we will not create everything by ourselves. We need some kind of help, and that will be taken from the pictures, like taking here a picture and like doing everything by that picture. Let me to introduce. If you add image here, we'll go to like choose some image here, pictures. Like if you want to create a character, here you can see that here we have some drawing. If you want, and here you can change everything like moving or to here, or opacity, visibility here, or rotation, or here the most used thing, it's just let me all if you press 1, 3, 7 from all views, it will show you the image, but we need, it's like the side view of a character, and we'll like it's right view, and if you press 3 you can see that image. But if you press 1 or 7 you will not see. If you want to see that image from the front, press front and it will be shown you. Okay, I think we have done from by this, and also I want to show you that that part, and that's called outliner. And in outliner you show every object with its names and with its properties. Like if you add some more objects to here, like shift a circle, like plane, Susanna, and here you can see that that's Susanna, that's called plane, that's called circle, that's sphere, and if you wanna change its name, like if you don't want to see that plane, it's like table, maybe, or changing the name of Susanna to, I don't know, to monkey. It's very easy to find, very easy to change its names when you do some character views, like maybe creating snow boy like this. You can see that I wanna create it. Just let me to create. It's like this, and you can see that that circle here sphere 001, 002, and that sphere it's actually the heat, like that's the, I don't know, the middle body, and this one is like the leg or something, and that's very easy to manage it like this. Also here you can hide everything by pressing here. If you want, if you don't want to see that monkey Susanna, press that and you will not see. Or even you don't want to see from in the rendering, you press rendering, or like doing like things. And the keyboard for hiding, it's like choosing one of meshes and pressing each button. It will like hide everything that's necessary things. And if you want to show everything, press Alt hash, and that will show hidden objects. Also, here we have many sands, not only one sand. Here it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20 cents. Like here, if you add here, I don't know, cylinder. Here, I don't know, totals. You can see that, like doing several works in one project is very easy by changing layers. That's called the layers. And if you want to see 3 or more layers at the same time, press shift and select all of them, and you can see that you are seeing everything. That our cylinder was located in here, and our torus located like in that layer, but you can see everything. But if you go to one layer, you will see that only torus or only our snowman, And if you want to move one object to another layer, press M, and you can see to which layer you will move. Like I want to move here, you can see that in that layer I have my body key. Also, that things are not mostly used, and except this, if you go to object mode here, you can see that like if you enable proportional editing, it's like if you just enable, if you like change move things, it will change only one vertex like this. But if you by changing, if you want to affect another one, another vertices, you press like enabling, and if you change, it's like circle, it's the area of affecting, it's like it will be affect the more, it will affect more vertices, the less it will affect just only one, like this. And also here has how that effect will be like linear, sharp, inverse, root. It mostly it's the smooth. If you put the constant, and if you go, it's like moving everything like constantly. But if you do like root, it will be like root shaped. And also if you press the random, and it will do this randomly from everything like smoothing sphere, routing, everything will be done randomly here. It's very usable tool uh, in your future works, and I think that's enough for the second tutorial, and hope you enjoy it, this video. And if you have some claims or some feedback, please write it on the comments, give subscriptions, give likes us, and my name is Wade. Thank you.